What's really wrong with the Chicago Cubs? I'm going to tell you all of that and then some right after this. Man, it's no fun when the cats got the gun, right? The Chicago Cubs dropped the entire series to the division rival Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers, y'all, come out and just showed that they have heart and the Chicago Cubs don't. It started with Imanaga. They took Imanaga's heart immediately in that Monday game, and things never got better after that. The Chicago Cubs never recovered after that. If you want to go even further, I think the Chicago Cubs were shell-shocked from their series with the White Sox. I did not think they expect the White Sox to put it on them like they did. And boy, did they put it on them. The Chicago Cubs struggled to score runs in the series against the Brewers, getting shut out in the final game of the series, committing more errors in that series in the game on Wednesday than they did having hits. They committed 3 errors. They had 2 hits the whole game. When it rains, it pours. These are moments where you miss someone like Justin Steele. And it's not because Justin Steele could come up and be a pitcher that could stop the bleeding. He is somebody also that could come and really, really fire the guys up, rally the troops, and also cuss them the fuck out, because that's what they really need. Make no mistake about it. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for the Chicago Cubs. I'm embarrassed for the organization. I'm embarrassed for the city. It's one thing to lose to the White Sox. It's another thing to get swept by your division rival Milwaukee Brewers. Now, you guys did all this talk during the offseason about how the Brewers, how the series with the Brewers left a nasty taste in your mouth, and how you guys felt that you were the better team, and how you guys wanted to come out and prove this year that you were the better team. But you found a fine freaking way to do it by starting your season rivalry off with them by getting swept. And listen, losing games to a team that just obviously has better pitching right now is one thing. But to just look so lackadaisical, like you don't want to be there, like they don't want to play. PCA's happy with his payday. Nico's happy with his payday. Alex Bregman got a nice fat contract. Ian Happ knows he's probably going to get paid somewhere else because he probably won't be with the Cubs next year. Seiya Suzuki will probably become a Dodger next year, or be a Toronto Blue Jay and be a killer. But the fact of the matter is that right now you play for the Chicago Cubs, and right now you're getting bitched. You got completely owned by a division rival. There is nothing I could say to a Brewer fan right now. Nothing. Point blank, period. There's nothing I could say to them, because they literally came into your house, put their feet up on your table, ate your food, slept in your bed, made love to your woman, took a dump in your toilet, and walked out and said, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Better have this place tidied up and ready for me next time I show up. This is completely disrespectful. And the Chicago Cubs should feel disrespected. They should absolutely feel disrespected. I feel disrespected for the Chicago Cubs. I am tired of the Chicago Cubs players acting like this shouldn't matter. Craig Counsell went up to the podium and said, "Yeah, we're in the funk. Can't lie about it. It's not good right now." Craig Counsell, we hired you away from the Milwaukee Brewers to beat the Milwaukee Brewers, not to come here and settle for, hey, well, they're just a better team. This should really grind your gears, Craig Counsell. You should really be embarrassed right now. I know you're not, but you should really be embarrassed right now. Because there's no way you allow that team to come to Wrigley and sweep you. No way. No way. Young pitchers that they traded Freddie Peralta for. These guys come out and literally dominate you. Two of them dominate you. Hell, I would have rather they kept Freddie Peralta for all of that. The Brewers are now first in the Central Division. Does it matter in May? No, not really. In the grand scheme of things, no, it does not matter right now. However, for you setting the tone, you for sure got owned by the Milwaukee Brewers, and you should be embarrassed. It's one thing to lose to the White Sox. The White Sox have been ass for a very long time, generationally ass for a very long time. But to lose to the Milwaukee Brewers in the fashion that you did, that's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And you should feel embarrassed. But they don't. They don't. They're going to enjoy their off day tomorrow. They'll come back to Wrigley. They may beat Houston. They may not. You're facing Houston's best pitcher. Only has one loss on Friday at 120 at Wrigley. And everybody, top to bottom, has holes in their bats right now. We cannot get a run across. What do the Chicago Cubs need to do to be competitive? First and foremost, it's a long season, and I'm going to continue to say that it's a long season, not just for you guys, but for myself. I had to take a deep breath and remind myself it's a long season. But at the same time, the Chicago Cubs should call up Kevin Alcantara. There's no reason why he should not be in the lineup on Friday. Just trying something different. What you have isn't working. PCA needs to take a breather. Pete Crow-Armstrong committed another error in this game. There was also an error committed by Carson Kelly when I guess his glove or whatnot, the strings on his glove, brushed up against the hitter, and that was considered an error, and he was given the base for catcher's interference. How they saw that out of everything, I have no idea, but that was the call. PCA's error cost the Chicago Cubs 3 runs to start, like I said, in the second inning. Just a miss. It's just, when it rains, it pours. Because then Edward Cabrera leaves the game with a blister on his finger. So he'll be out. He'll probably be down for a week. He'll miss his next start. Javier Assad will probably get called back up and get a chance to pitch another game. When it rains, it pours. It's going to get better for the Chicago Cubs, guys. I promise you that. It is. It's not going to always be like this, but it's just frustrating in the moment. Because when it rains and it's pouring down, you guys don't seem to care. Point blank period. You guys just don't seem to care. The Cubs gave up 7 games in the standings in 12 days. The Cubs only scored 31 runs in the last 11 games. I mean, I just, there's nothing else you can say past that, man. It will be a week, literally, since, and that's if they beat Houston on Friday. It will literally be a week before we will be able to have waved the W flag again on this channel. Because these fools just keep losing. And above all, the title of this show is What's Wrong with the Chicago Cubs? And I'm going to completely tell you what's wrong with the Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs have no heart. They have no heart, no fight, no struggle. When adversity hits, they crumble. And this has been the pillar of Jed Hoyer's teams. They crumble. They have no heart. Zero, zilch, nada. They get bitched out at the plate, and the pitchers are getting killed on the mound. They got no heart right now. Edward Cabrera is out, probably injured, and good for him. You need to sit PCA for a couple days, too. He needs to rest. He needs to sit on the bench just to get his mind right, get back in the game. Inexcusable. The Chicago Cubs' biggest problem, y'all, is they have no heart. When adversity hits, the Chicago Cubs are going to fold, and the Brewers know it. Sucks, man. Sucks. Friday, Houston, 120. We'll see what happens, y'all.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.